12 signs you're manipulative and don't understand it. Control is a confounded subject. From one perspective, it's generally expected a powerful device for getting what you need. Then again, however, it tends to be hurtful to yourself and people around you. You could say that all of us are manipulative here and there. It's simply an issue of how much. Furthermore, whether it's solid. Furthermore, you might be shocked to discover that you're doing it right now in manners you probably won't even understand. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification bell. The following are 12 signs to look out for. Number 1. You get things done for others just so that they'll get things done for you. Assuming you end up getting things done for others just to receive something consequently, it's a sign that you're being manipulative. The issue isn't really with the actual demonstration, yet rather, your thought process. You might feel that assuming you accomplish something decent for another person, they'll be committed to give back or like you more. In any case, nobody owes anybody anything as far as the amount they ought to think often about others. Sentiments. Doing pleasant things out of commitment or assumption can truly misfire. Number 2. You counterfeit concern. You may not understand it. However, on the off chance that you as often as possible claim to think often about others, their concerns, lives, conclusions, and sentiments, while you couldn't care less, you're probably being manipulative. Here and there. For instance, you could message your flatmate to ask how their day proceeded to figure out that they had a harsh day at work. However, at that point, later, you request that they get something for supper. You might have the option to tell when somebody is disturbed or battling and even ask how they are doing. However, at that point you happen with your life like nothing occurred when it's helpful for you. Number 3. You set the guidelines, then change them immediately. This is an exemplary control strategy. You need something with a specific goal in mind, so you choose to make up rules for others to keep. On the off chance that they don't follow these principles, or on the other hand on the off chance that they accomplish something that doesn't fit inside those boundaries, for example, can't help contradicting your perspective, or need things done any other way. You track down ways of getting everything you could possibly want by changing the principles on them as opposed to splitting the difference. Or on the other hand doing things another way that would be more appropriate for all interested parties. Along these lines, regardless of whether somebody attempts to contend with what you're doing, they're constrained into accommodation. Since, supposing that they need their necessities met, they must choose the option to track. Number 4. You speak condescendingly to individuals. Assuming you patronize individuals to cause yourself to feel far improved and deal with their way of behaving, this is one more indication of control. This can be particularly clear when you offer something that could be seen as mean. Or then again annoying, however you demand that it's for the other individual's own benefit. Truth be told, the individual being disparaged frequently concurs with your analysis and even apologizes. This sort of supportive analysis seldom comes from a credible spot. All things being equal, it serves as a way for you to keep up with command over others by causing them to feel little and feeble. Number 5. You cause individuals to feel regretful. Manipulating is a type of control that assaults feeling. It's the point at which you cause somebody to truly regret themselves to inspire them to do what you need. You know precisely which buttons on somebody's close-to-home controller are stamped responsibility, or on the other hand disgrace, and which ones will make them express yes rather than no. Or if nothing else, give in following a couple of moments of mopping, quiet treatment, or crying fits. Since they don't believe that you should feel terrible. Number 6. You don't keep commitments. In the event that you have a propensity for not completely finishing what you say or focus on, you may be manipulative. This implies you frequently make guarantees you never mean to keep, realizing you can pull off it in light of the fact that the other party won't consider you responsible. Also, in the event that somebody is disheartened by your absence of finish, you simply dismiss it as them being excessively delicate. Number 7. You wear individuals out with contentions. One more typical indication of control is the point at which you wear individuals out with contentions. You blow up when somebody disagrees with you, and you generally must be correct even assuming that the other individual is attempting to help or offer counsel. You're forceful in your contentions and can't bear being incorrectly. While individuals actually must feel appreciated and comprehended, this sort of conduct shows that you don't stand by listening to others' perspectives except if their perspectives line up with yours. Number 8. You fault others for your activities. Accusing others is an approach to limiting any association with the issue and trying not to assume liability for your activities. It's likewise an approach to getting individuals to feel frustrated about you, making it more straightforward to control them and get what you need. When everything is another person's shortcoming, it permits you to wriggle out of fault when something turns out badly. You're over and over again ready to cause others to feel liable for your activities or that they need to get things done to satisfy you for your endorsement. Number 9. Your statements of regret are rarely true. In the event that you're the sort of individual who never apologizes earnestly, there's a decent opportunity you're manipulative. You could say sorry when somebody gets down on you, yet you do as such without importance it. Truth be told, it's confirmation that you think nothing is your shortcoming or that there are things about yourself that need improvement. You think your approach to doing things is the main way, and if any other person has an alternate assessment on how something ought to be finished, they are off base, regardless of whether it implies that they have to endure as a result of it. Number 10. You confound individuals intentionally. If you advise individuals what they need to hear, say one thing however at that point do another, or on the other hand assuming you're not satisfactory about your goals, assumptions, or limits, you might be manipulative without, in any event, acknowledging it. Sadly, this conduct can prompt numerous issues in connections, as well as make disarray for others with regards to what they ought to anticipate from you and how they ought to answer likewise. Number 11. You task onto others. Projection is a protection component including projecting your sentiments and contemplations onto another person. It's the point at which you property your flaws and weaknesses to others, since it's too agonizing to even consider conceding that you have them yourself. For instance, assuming that you have trust issues, you could think every other person is dishonest. Or then again, in the event that you feel like a fake, you blame others for being fakes. As a rule, projection is the point at which you see your flaws in others or fault others for botches you made yourself. Number 12. You feel qualified for get everything you could possibly want, come what may. You may be manipulative in the event that you think your necessities are a higher priority than any other person's. You accept that anything you desire ought to be yours, and assuming somebody hinders you, they need to move to one side. Rather than taking no for a response and continuing on with your own personal business, you move what is going on. until you get what you need, regardless of whether it implies placing others in a terrible spot. Furthermore, you might feel that this is the sort of thing everybody does. However, the contrast among sound and manipulative connections is that solid individuals don't do it to the detriment of others. It's difficult to understand that you're manipulative. Yet, in the event that you begin to see a portion of these signs in yourself, it very well may be an ideal opportunity to stop and think about what they mean and what they mean for others around you. What is your take? Might you at any point perceive these ways of behaving in yourself? Also, have you at any point been blamed for being manipulative? Tell us in the remarks underneath. On the off chance that you found this video supportive, offer it a go ahead and share it with your companions, so we can continue to make them. Additionally, make certain to look at our different recordings also. Gratitude for watching.